seconds to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Headed out right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Nix off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second down, give to Harvey. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now Nix on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop them.
Now Brown on to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Now it is on wrong. It's Allen. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
First and 10 now from the 46. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. This goes across midfield into Broncos territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Got a man. It's nice. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air, Allen. That's where right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Almost up, 37, 37. Ready? My name is Hunt.
First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. They're calling together a yard there. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
All set now, first and 10. It's Harvey straight ahead. Had some room to work, and he took advantage, giving 7.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Ready?
Harvey once more. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
It's from the gun on third down. Escapes the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one's complete. It's Brian outright. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on fourth down, and they get the successful conversion. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First down, Denver.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. Brought in. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Through the 12. Hold on a second.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
From the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to try it here on fourth and goal.
Hold on a second.
They're going to try to throw for it. He's got it. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. So So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
14. Bills 3.
Now Brown on to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Middle. Ready?
Allen on the play action. Vacates quickly left side. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Third and long for him here. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10.
Their own 10-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Broncos first down. A gain of 13 yards. First
Running
down.
once more with Miller. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got a man left. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Brought in along the sideline. Just need an official ruling. And they say catch. Great play.
24 yards.
Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos.
They're going to throw out of the gun. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And it's going to be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Nix to throw again. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Bombers. Almost set. Ready. Captain.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Brown on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He takes it himself. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The throw outside, and they might throw this again. And it's incomplete. Went deep into the bag of tricks there on 2nd down. Probably expect something a little more conventional here on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down, 9 yards to go.
No throw, 3rd and long. Looking slant route, complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 182 yards there.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready? Gun. 5 wide. What's that?
Allen gonna throw again. Hits him on the out route. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's gonna be third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
56. What's that?
To throw again, it's Allen. On the move, headed right. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And into the end zone he goes. A pick 6 for Denver.
And there in Kate, right there, that's some of the danger of playing with desperation. You can't get every point back with one play, and that quarterback, we just learned a valuable lesson. Not only can you get not every point back, you just gave up 6 of your own.
Brown now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
Bills 3.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Declines the touchback, Brock, and they make him pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he manages to reach that 25-yard line before he's driven out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Half 85. What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it an 18-point game.
Broncos 28, Bills 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Mix. Buying some time right. This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Ready. Ready.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
You've got a man in motion. Again on 2nd and 10. Knicks. Short pass brought in. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Knicks. He's got Sutton complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Denver.
Man in motion here. Once more, it's Knicks. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and you couldn't.
Yeah, set up the screen here. It's Harvey. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down.
Bombers.
3rd and long for him here. Throwing the out route complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Going for it on 4th. Knicks. That's cut beyond the bunker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Goes first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now run here. It's Harvey. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Brown now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. Brown on to send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
319! Alert! We go!
Back to throw now, Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
A lot of times when we'll see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Alert! 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 What's that?
On 1st down, Allen. Ball goes all around him, and down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This dude has put it together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
What's that?
Gets it out wide quick, and he might throw this. They connect on the trick play. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
A gain of 10 brings up
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Half 85, half 85. What's that?
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. He's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense to the line fast.
4 yards. That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
What's that?
Allen now on 1st down. Cook calls it in. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Round 80, 56, 56. I got him, on me. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, and discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Hey, home. Middle.
The homies can trade your outfit.
Look out.
Allen on 3rd down. Brought in right side by Moore. And he gets this forward to the 19. Well, looks like Sean McDermott is in a risk-taking mood. He's got the offense out there on 4th. Here's a quick throw to the left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
Bills 18,
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock?
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Bills 18.
Now Brown on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Wide 80! Hey, tight. He's mine.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
33-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Another one for Cook. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
52.
Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That's incomplete left side.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hold on, set.
Nicks off the play action. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready, ready. 37, 37. Check.
Here we go on fourth. Nicks. He finds him beyond the marker. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's going to be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving.
There are times quarterbacks got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Broncos continue piling it on here in the fourth.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Brown adds the PAT. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead.
Bills 18.
Now Brown on to send it away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
35-yard line.
This will be the final play of the game.
180. Look out.
Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot.